Hello, and welcome to another update video on Bitcoin. I want to talk a little bit here about the short-term chart. The larger time frame was covered earlier today on X already. Feel free to follow us here for further updates. There was an exclusive video I published here earlier today about the Bitcoin larger time frame structure. It's the one here from today, so check it out if you're interested. Here we can just take a quick look at the short-term price action for Bitcoin. I believe that is quite important because we see again the price is attacking the 100K level. And again, I'm still watching the swing lows from last week for possible support, but it might very well be that we topped. I mean, if you watched the last video that I recorded, I don't know, 5 hours ago or something, I explained to you that the market, you can't even call it rally, but the market bounced from the Wednesday low in a three-wave structure into our first resistance area, and the price got rejected from there, and it was a three-wave move up, and we got rejected from resistance. So what does it mean? It means that there is no sign of a meaningful low, and the risk is high that we just continue to go lower. It would take a break above this zone, which is now nearly irrelevant, so I can remove it from the chart, but basically, it would take a break above this zone to unlock, let's say, the potential for a larger corrective bounce, because I was tracking two scenarios. In both really lower prices expected. Surely, there is always a potential for an upside reversal, but I told you very clearly, without any five-wave advance, there is just no sign that the bulls have really taken the lead. I have to say I'm sorry for it. I can't change it, but we have either an A, B, C structure. That's still possible, by the way. I just don't have a very clear microstructure for this orange scenario. But please be aware, this whole area around 100K has offered now support for more than a week. And it is a very strong support area. It just is, for various reasons which we discussed in previous updates. Also explained it in that video that I uploaded on X earlier today. And by the way, I leave a link in the comment section to our X channel. But I'm still going to watch this area for support because B waves, so in the orange count, this might be a B wave pullback. B waves can form double bottoms. They could even overshoot slightly to the downside. In modern markets, you very often find these overshooting B waves either to the upside or the downside. And it's just part of modern markets, how they work. So that's often why in crypto, when you have a very tight stop, you get stopped out and the market still then rallies into the other direction, right? So you might get stopped out, even though you're long, for example, and you have your, you have your stop somewhere, right? And you actually want to go long, right? And you have it below the previous lows, and and you think when it breaks, okay, you get stopped out, but then actually it's turning up, but you just want to grab the stops. So that's tricky in crypto. But, that was one scenario. The momentum is clearly down, okay? So it's still possible, though. But if we get a decisive break below the lows of last week, like the 4th of November low, for example, and the 7th of November low, then we're heading probably quite directly to round about 96K next. And I said to you, in both scenarios, lower is expected, either like this or after a larger bounce. So it was pretty clear, actually. Okay, I said, anything is possible in markets. We can, of course, go to all-time highs from here, but I would need to see the right setup on the microstructure, on the smaller time frame. Now, remember, there are many, many support levels. There are also the 55-week exponential moving average. All of that stuff is there. But a week below or even a few days below this level are not even a problem. It's just not, I'm actually looking forward to a sell-off like this because the chance is there that Bitcoin could reach maybe oversold territory on the daily chart. So I think the levels are clear. What I'm going to do, I'm going to remove these resistances that we don't need anymore. I always like to have only the levels on the chart that we actually need. Pressure is still down. Resistances have been respected perfectly. Micro support is broken. That means the trend is still down. We even have a very strong downside momentum that looks a bit like the third wave down here in the yellow count. So what can I say? It's nothing unusual here, but it would take a break above the intraday high that formed here around 3,900 to get an indication that the bulls are still in control. There's the update on Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for watching the videos on this YouTube channel. If you've been thinking about joining MCO as a member, now might be a great time. You can use the link in the video description and apply the discount code right below it. You will get 50% off your first month of our Gold membership, and you can explore everything we offer. It's the easiest way to test the membership, see if it's a good fit for you, and get a feel for the community, join the conversation, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in our member area.